All right, you guys, I think we're live. I haven't heard Matt. I can still hear audio, but I don't hear you, but I'm going to start talking because I see myself, so I think we're good. Hey, everyone, I'm meteorologist Leslie Hudson with our live Tuesday afternoon update. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. You know, we would like to check in with you every day, or at least once a week, I should say, and let you know what's going on. So as we head into these next couple of minutes, we're going to be taking a look what's going on across the country, but in particular across the Gulf Coast states. We've been watching severe weather there today, and as we head into these next couple of hours, we're going to be watching that as well. So here is a look at the MyRadar app, and as you can see, there is again a fair amount of weather that's been developing across parts of Texas. There is severe thunderstorm watches that are up for this area of the country for about 6 more hours, and that could include again the risk for some isolated tornadoes. The Storm Prediction Center also keeping an eye on this area of weather, and as you can see, about 5 hours and 48 minutes left in this particular warning. And then as I scoot up here, take a look at these moderate to heavy storms that are moving through parts of Louisiana and into parts of Arkansas. Now, there has been a lot of rain, so much so that the National Weather Service has prompted flash flooding warnings in this area or watches in this area as well. So please keep that in mind as you get your plans for the afternoon and tonight, because this is not going anywhere anytime soon, you guys. And we expect more of this as we get into the forecast tomorrow. So let's take a look at some of our cameras across the southeast, and we're going to begin with Escambia County. This is at the Northview High School, and you can see definitely a stormy sky here. They've had showers off and on, as you know, for the last several minutes. And then we expect some of those storms to fire as we get later into the day. Our next camera is over in Texas. This is at the Texas Women's University, and here too we've had stormy weather. And again, the issue is how much weather will you guys get tonight and into tomorrow? Right now, looking pretty stormy there as we get going into this afternoon, and expecting this weather to kind of stay as it is. This status of very heavy rain and some isolated thunderstorms as we head through these next couple of hours. All right, you guys, we have a special treat for you today. So as you know, the MyRadar team works tirelessly to try and keep you updated on severe weather and weather around the country. But starting today, we're going to introduce our newest member of the MyRadar team, and this is meteorologist Jamie Martin.
Thank you.
Welcome. I'm going to scoot over.
It's wonderful being back on the air.
I know, and Jamie, Jamie and I do know we this is in Orlando, so Jamie and I have worked in competing stations for years. So
we're still friends.
We're still friends, and we're so excited that Jamie is going to be joining us on the team. You'll see him on all kinds of different shifts. And Jamie, why don't you let our users know a little bit about you?
Golly, where are we going to start with me? That's always the worst thing. Is I just like to talk all the time. But I'm a Floridian, born and raised over in Clearwater.
Okay.
So grew up on that side of the area here, and really just absolutely loved it. You know, my mom was petrified of thunderstorms and thunderstorms, tornadoes, things like that. She was always scared of them. I loved them. I was a person that was just always looking at the window, looking out and stuff like that. But be safe if you're going to do that.
Of course,
but,
of course.
But I absolutely loved it. And then I just got that bug, that itch, and so I started to do it. Rhinelander, Wisconsin, Brownsville, Texas, back to Gainesville, Florida, then up to Charlotte, North Carolina. Yep. I had to go to Florida and Florida State.
Okay. All right.
Both.
We can do that.
Exactly. I've been a little bit of everywhere, so it's really been fantastic being back here, especially because there's so much active weather.
Yes.
And the best thing is you can use what you've witnessed here to the other parts of the country at all times.
Absolutely. And we're so fortunate because a lot of Jamie's recent career has been here in the Orlando TV market, and tropical weather is something that is a huge event nationwide. But we have the benefit of you having so many years of working in local TV covering tropical cyclones.
All I have to say is 2004. To anybody that's been here and heard about it in Orlando, 2004 was an amazingly it was a very intriguing storm system that came through. We started off with Charlie and continued from there.
Yep.
But Florida hadn't seen anything since the 1960s.
Yeah.
Anything big like that.
Yeah.
So it's amazing how things can change. Things can change really quickly, and that's what I want to be able to bring to the people that are watching and that want that information. Across the country.
Yeah.
It's like things can change, and I want to make sure that everybody has the information they need to keep themselves safe, their
Absolutely.
family safe, and everything like that.
And we are expecting a busy season. I mean,
Yeah.
we saw, record amount of storms last year. Hopefully we're not going to get to 30 named storms, who knows, but we are anticipating that. So, I think, it's such a great benefit that you have all that tropical experience, because really so many people around the country, we've noticed, really perk up when they hear there's a tropical cyclone affecting anywhere in the United States.
And not even from here, from
Yeah.
all around the
Yeah.
country, because they have a lot of relatives that are
Yes.
from here too. So
Yeah.
we're a big retirement state, and
Yeah.
we love everybody that comes down here to do
Yeah.
that, because it's such a nice place to retire.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they need to be informed also.
Absolutely.
So sometimes they may miss something. And if you're, say, over in Colorado, you're in Denver,
Right.
and you're like, ooh, I wonder if mom, dad, have paid attention to what's going on.
Yeah.
You can alert them and let them know. So
Yeah,
it's-
and even just not even that, it's just the Carolinas, anywhere across this
Yes.
region. We have in
Oh.
Texas, we have a huge amount of our users are in Texas. So you've worked in Brownsville, so
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sure you can give
Brownsville.
us some stories. And so really looking forward to that. And Jamie is a certified broadcast meteorologist, which is really important for our team effort here. Getting that additional layer of that seal and
Yeah.
that educational component to really let people know that there's some beef behind all of that.
I think that's what it is. It's like you start off by getting all that knowledge, but at the same time, you have to make sure you look around,
Right.
wherever you are.
Right.
Even when I'm on vacation
Right.
or something, I do the same thing. I look at the weather, see what's going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
And that's what the fantastic thing is, when you can incorporate all the knowledge and combine that with what you can bring to help people safe.
and help people understand it.
Yeah.
Well, we are so excited. So you guys are going to see Jamie this weekend.
Yes.
Be filling in for us this
Absolutely.
weekend. Meteorologist Mike Linden and I have been doing weekends for about 6 months. So
Well,
we are.
I think I made you show up this weekend for you guys.
Yes, we're so excited that we get the
So,
weekend off, and
yeah,
we're so
absolutely.
thrilled that you're joining the team. And
Thank you.
you'll see Jamie in several roles besides meteorologist. Hopefully we'll have you with some of our specials, and helping us fill in with this freelancing position. And so we're very happy to have Jamie
Thank
here.
you. I'm
And
very
everybody
excited.
welcome him. And I know I don't have my computer, but one of our diehard YouTubers, Sandy Rose, is probably watching right now,
Oh, good,
and has
good.
probably wished you a big warm welcome. So thank you, Sandy. Everybody be kind and say hello to Jamie when
Thank
you see him this weekend.
Thank you. I'll make sure I get all my Lake Brantley fans also, because I went to Lake Brantley also. So
Okay.
Yeah, so there you go.
Good job. All right. Well, Jamie, thank you. I think we're gonna
Thank
get to some weather right now, and
Sure,
we'll
why
check
not?
some things
Why
out.
not?
We got some viral video actually, Jamie.
Excellent.
We're gonna show out of McKinney, Texas, you guys. There has been a lot of weather, as I mentioned, in Texas. So take a look at this. This is marble-sized hail that they got yesterday afternoon. And as you can see, there was a fair amount of it that was, putting down some decent accumulations. This was one of multiple storms that we had. And as we head through tonight, the big question is just how much of this weather we're going to get. Our next video is out of Longmont, Colorado, and we go from hail to snow. Our very own Aaron Jajak capturing this video where, yes, they have had a fresh dump of snow and more expected, a couple more inches, believe it or not. We do know that this area of the country does get snow year round, but it's a little unusual at the lower elevations and the mid-level elevations, which is where this was. So again, hats off to Mother Nature throwing a little wrench in everything, and we'll see the latest on that forecast coming up. And then of course, I've got to show a beautiful sunny, beachy forecast in Daytona Beach. This was from a few days ago. Is that not a view that would want you to skip a day or two from work, school, what have you, because this is just beautiful sunshine. It has been gorgeous in weather in Florida the last couple of days, so we've really enjoyed some great weather as well. All right, let's switch gears and talk about what's going on real quick. We'll get you an update on that heavy rain that we've been watching across the eastern part of the country as we take a look at the rain totals, the accumulated totals across the deep south. Look at that big swath there. So if you look at the legend up at the top, 3 to 5 inches of rain, even up to 10 inches in some of those pockets, and that has prompted these flash flood watches. There has been some flash flood warnings in this area, and this rain will be persisting tonight, you guys. So be extra careful if you're in this area of the country. A look at the satellite and radar composite over the last 12 hours or so shows the moderate to heavy rains that's been moving across the area of Texas and now into the metro areas of Dallas. So they're going to be dealing with heavy storms over the next couple hours, and that extends all the way down into central Texas, at least through tonight and into tomorrow. This will be moving into, and already is, into Arkansas and Louisiana tonight. So the future cache shows those storms as we get into this afternoon. Again, some of those storms could have some hail. We could see some damaging wind. There could be some short-lived severe weather. Hopefully nothing in terms of tornadic activity, but we'll let you know the risk is there. And then by tomorrow, some of those storms will fill in across the Gulf of Mexico. Mexico, across the state of Florida. Most of that range should be relatively benign, but we'll keep an eye on that for you as well. And a look at the larger perspective shows that that storm system that was producing the snow across the Rockies and into the eastern plains now it heads. There's still an area of low pressure that's through parts of Idaho and into Utah. That also could be producing some of these snowy events that we'll be watching in the coming days. So future map takes us through the next 24 hours or so, again watching the potential for not only severe weather but flooding rain as we head through tomorrow, and then the storm system finally gets picked up by a low pressure center and moves across this region of the country and hopefully gets out of here before the weekend. Well, as we alluded to, hurricane season is coming up, you guys, and in just a couple of weeks the MyRadar team will be showing you a hurricane preparedness week to keep you updated on the very latest on hurricane season. But this week the National Weather Service is actually highlighting their own hurricane preparedness tips. So one of the things that you want to do is assemble your disaster supplies. What does that mean? Well, one of the things is if you've got a threatening tropical cyclone, make sure your car is filled up. A lot of people realize that when it's too late, right when within hours of landfall and the lines are really, really long at the gas pump. So do that ahead of time. Also, make sure that you've got your food and your water prepared. So if you have 4 people in your family, you have to have enough supplies per person for at least 3 days. That's the guidance from the National Hurricane Center. So that means you'll need several days of dry goods and sustainable food if you lose power. You also need to make sure you have cash on hand. I remember it was Jamie and I were talking about the 2004 season. We lost power for days and ATMs were not in use. And cash is really, really king. So make sure that you've got that as well. And you saw some of those other tips, which also included in making sure that your weather radios have fresh batteries in them, as well as making sure that you've got your hurricane kit ready to roll. All right, we'll have more on that, you guys, in the coming weeks as we plow towards June 1. But we're going to end, or actually, I think we're going to show you Feel Good Friday. And then I think we have the YouTube giveaway. I'm not sure, but you can tell me, Matt. But we'll show Feel Good Friday first. And this was actually shot by our very own Matt Highlands. And this is a little wild bunny that he captured on the side of the road in Orlando, Florida. And you can see these, we're starting to see more of these bunnies. Now, as I mentioned, this MyRadar office is in downtown Orlando. We also have an office in Portland, Oregon. And I haven't seen these little bunnies in quite a while. So, it's nice to see the resurgence in these little guys and gals. And of course, it's springtime and we get all kinds of wildlife. So love to see that little bunny. Really cute. Thanks, Matt, for shooting that. And as I mentioned, we're just a little bit away from giving away another phone, you guys. We're just on the threshold of 80,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. So you know what that means. A new iPhone or a Google Pixel, you get to choose. You just have to make sure that you help us get to that magic number, which is 80,000. And to do that, you have to subscribe to our channel. We would also love for you to like our videos. Anytime you see new content, make sure you like the video. It really helps us become more discoverable on the YouTube channel, which is what we're trying to do. And we will give another phone away at 90,000 and yet another one at 100,000. All right, you guys, that is going to do it for our update today. Thank you so much for stopping in and saying hi to us. We sure appreciate it. Make sure you check out Jamie's forecast this weekend. He will be in the app and on social media. And stay tuned for more changes with the MyRadar meteorological team. We'll have an update on that, hopefully sooner than later as well. Stay tuned and stay safe.